my name is Denis Schwarz and I go to speak today about bread. It's the sun god that helps everybody. This is me. My specialty for many years it was in the timber business. Here's all of bread. Bread is not only made with wheat, can be doing with vegetables, and maybe with chocolate, or different things can be done. You can do bread. This is a picture from cornflakes and Scotch porridge, just to show two different things because they have a different amino acids. When we mix two products or three or four, we get different things done with a better protein. This one is how ultra-processed bread took over America. It's near 100 years ago. It's from Business Insider. And I think everybody must have a look in this video to understand what is bread and the problems with what many of the breads that you eat in Western countries and other parts, because we make bread in a very way, but you must see this to understand it. It speaks about the gluten and of wheat that is very important to produce bread. One of the problems with the bread is the time we begin to do it, and to control times is not so easy. Is why we have the processed bread, not healthy. This is another way to make bread with soybeans. Soybeans not used only for animal feed, because soybeans can be used for a human. You do tofu with them, but also you can do bread. They are cheaper than wheat, and they are with more amino acids content, that makes a better protein. And also we can do this mixed with wheat or with or corn, different things, mix different cereals to do bread. It's just to show a full protein that the slaves in Brazil eat to have strength. Beans and rice is a full protein that could make the slaves working hard. It's the same, but with another thing, special herbs or smell herbs, tasty herbs that you can mix. And you can do it with the bread too. We can have bread with a different taste, with different greens. Is to speak about the protein. It's important to know all of these situations. And there is another way without to be bread, like kind of pastas. You can do bread with different things, like you can do bread, pasta with different things too. That means you can have more ways to do a pasta than we normally have if you have together with vegetables. Morocco bread is something that I miss. I went a few times to Morocco. And one of the things I enjoyed there, it was the bread. I think this bread is made properly, not like the Western sides. This is bread, but from corn. It's from my region. We used to eat this bread. Sometimes you eat bread in the morning, when it begins to appear, because before it was only corn. But when it begins to have a industrial production from bread, we eat that one in the morning, and this one at lunchtime and dinner time. Is a different way to make bread that must be incentivized and can have this shape or this one, because it can be exactly like this one, and people can buy cheap bread Because I'm doing this, all my jobs are normally concentrated for poor countries with poor people, and lots of people don't have enough protein. And this is one of the ways to have better protein, what I'm doing with the bread, and better price. Because if you all use only corn, it makes a big difference. It can be sold much cheaper. Or with soybeans. Or we mix with spirulina that we are going to see later on. This is soya bread only. This is soya bread with the seeds, small seeds, that they say they are very healthy. The body normally don't process these seeds without to be in flour. It's just a nice way to tell that they are healthy, but we don't, our body don't digest lots of these seeds that we put in there. And it's much expensive, because with this situation, because it's a good bread, they are selling with high prices, when the raw material to do the bread is much cheaper. Or say it's just an illusion that we have paid for more when we could pay much less and have a more healthy food. Is some cassava. It don't go so very well, but I think cassava mixed with another flours can make bread too, mainly for Africa. Potato bread. How we see you can do potato bread. I didn't know that the potatoes have protein, but it's one more way, like soya, to use potatoes. They can be boiled when they do in industrial size, smashed and mixed with the flour, with the wheat flour or corn flour. And we get a different style of bread, less expensive, and with different amino acids, because potatoes, wheat together, they make a different kind of protein, more a complete protein than just one. The things for the smell and taste of bread or food. I do this for bread because it's one more way to make a difference in bread. It's cassava flour. It appears here because it's beautiful, but is where we have the protein. In cassava, we don't have the roots don't have protein. It's the greens that have the protein. It's good for animal feed. Another way, or another bread, spinach bread, of course, can be mixed with another flours. Here speaks about chlorella. The nutrition of chlorella is, and the quantity of protein. I say, if you have, I'm going to show later on, is chlorella and spirulina, how you can use it in bread. Spirulina, chlorella, they are different, but the production is more or less the same. Is here. You can drink this, or you can have it concentrated to mix in the bread and to make a full bread, because spirulina is 60-70% of a full protein, and when mixed with the other flours, we have 100% proteins in the bread. It's an easy way for poor countries have a better price for bread, lower, with a full protein for people. Because mainly in the North Africa and Africa, populations are so big that for many people are still difficult to have enough protein per day. And they can get it because the Arabic world, North Africa, Peninsula, anyway, Egypt and a little east, the other countries, Arabic countries. They have so many populations, and it is important to give them more protein. And this is where, because when we have this concentrate, you can mix a concentrate with liquid, with the flour, and they mix together. Or say you don't use so much water, you can use this to mix. And you can have can be produced for drinking for humans people. Is something that speaks here is from this one, but you can have a look in the internet. Today you have everything in the internet. Just some people don't know, like the politicians, but we have everything in the internet. People have access in whole world to the news, a proper news, and know everything. Another way to produce duckweed, not spirulina. This way is for that can be dry and making flour. Here once more, it's the same thing. Can be dry and using flour is high productive because this thing produces a lot in a few days. In 5 days, it goes from 1 maybe to 10 or 15. So you can do a lot of flour from this vegetable. And is with 30-40% protein. Different ways of making bread, you see here, with the different vegetables, you see, the vegetables are here, here, here. It can make a different taste for bread too. Different kinds of bread. Banana, you can use banana. Where you have a country, you can have lots of bananas. Like the potatoes, you can use them, taking the skin and using them with the flour, with water, and we have a consistence. Just is one more way to make bread in some countries that they have plenty of bananas. Different materials too. Protein content by things you can see corn, wheat here, corn, potato is very high in protein too, in amino acids, and is more than way than doing bread, wheat, soy, not probably corn, potato. How you see you can have bread made by different things with different prices. They speak the same here about the total protein from this one. And here appears the price. But we try to see if we can see. Obviously, I don't know because they have different styles of making the price by kilo, by cubic meter, very different. But to say, in this side, it appears 200 for wheat, 10 pounds for soy. But if you compare soy with corn, obviously you have a very low price. Of course, that these things, they speak, we don't see here, or we see. No, this one don't speak in which, is here. The different measurements. But I'll say that it must not be the best price to make bread and to have a different kind of breads, and people begin to get used to different kinds of bread slowly. And this is the end of the program of bread, I know, because at the end I have the sun god again. And thank you for listening to my program. You can subscribe and have access to all my videos, and when it comes new,